What's going on, everybody? It is Thankful Thursday. Welcome, welcome. How's everybody doing? I'm just waiting for my phone to come on because I know it's delayed from my laptop. So, hi, Bill H. Welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Cowboys in the house. What's going on, John Wayne? What is going on? Hello, everybody. I'm Paramount USA, and you're at Lindy's Treehouse. And I'm here every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So come on up. Join the party. Find that favorite branch and just climb right up there because our house is unbreakable. It's unbreakable. We were talking about that last week because Tony, Mr. Vegas, was asking about the treehouse. And I said, no storms can take us down. That's why you come here on Thursday nights. You come up to Lindy's Treehouse because you feel safe up here. You bring your snacks, bring your friends and all that. And we just use our imagination, right? We just use our imagination. That's what the show is all about. And it's all about having, when everybody leaves for the night, that everybody goes home with a good feeling in their heart. And that's how I want. I want to just share the love, right? Share the love. The love, the love, the love. Yeah, my coffee kicked in. Can you tell? Can you tell? Can you tell? I'm super psyched that Bill H got his Oreo socks, and that's pretty cool. And Scooby-Doo got his koozie in the mail. And who else did? Greg Laney got his koozie. So I'm like so happy because I love giving things away. And we do trivia. Anybody that's just joining, we do trivia at the end of the show. And whoever guesses gets to go home with socks or koozies or stickers. So it's always fun just giving something away, right? So we're going to get this show started. It's been quite a week, right? Between the earthquakes and tsunamis, however you say it, tsunamis. You know how I talk. I have my own language. I would say past few days, right? A whole lot of shaking going on. That's what Elvis would be saying right now if he was here. A whole lot of shaking going on. Yeah, it was pretty scary, you know. But because Robert, right? My son Robert, Mr. Peregrine talk. Now he lives in California, but they're doing, they're doing fine, and he's up higher ground, so I don't have to worry. I don't have to worry about him getting hit. The earthquakes, I don't know. That's another subject. So I got my notes here and everything. Welcome, everybody. I'm Paramount USA, and come on up to Lindy's Treehouse. And we got Scooby-Doo is in the house. And he said, I dig that hat. Me too. I love my cowboy hats. I do. I love my cowboy hats. I need more of them. I need like 10 more. So take a GoFundMe for cowboy hats for me. But I love my Thursdays. I really, really, really look forward to my Thursdays with y'all. It's just, the day before, I'm writing like a crazy lady, making all my notes, So I'm not just sitting here talking gibberish, all that stuff. But I really enjoy doing it. This is really good for me. I think this is my 61st show. And welcome, chatters. We've got Scooby-Doo in the house and Munchkin. Hi, Munchkin. I know you're there, hon. I love you. She's the best. And we got Cowboy in the house. And we got Bill H in the treehouse tonight. Welcome, everybody. Yeah, grab a chair, sit down, relax, grab your snacks and all that stuff. I can't believe it's already the last day of July. What the heck, right? But it seems like July was like a really long month, maybe because the heat and all that. The air this whole week, it's been really crappy. I haven't been really going out and doing my walks because you walk out and the air's like really thick smoke. It's real sad, all the fires that are everywhere. So another note, 54 days till fall. 54 days till fall time. Can you believe it? And of course, we're rolling right into football season. And I know my Lions are playing the Chargers tonight, preseason game. So that's really cool. So I've got my live chat, it's called, on YouTube, and I watch that because I can't get football right now. My internet, they raised my internet, it's like $80 now. So I don't know if I want to add on to that. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm wondering maybe I can get some kind of football pack. I do this every year, I know. Get a little football package or something, and then when football's done, just cancel the package or something. I don't know. I don't want to get locked into anything. I know it's just apps and everything. I got them all on my TV that I can just click it on. But the problem is you got to pay for it. And I don't need any extra. I'm doing very well just following my YouTube and all that stuff. But anywho, 154 days till 2026, everybody. 154 days till 2026. What the heck? Time is just a flying for this golden lady. Yes, I'm golden. Okay, I'm just going to tell you. All right. I can call myself golden because I am. So golden takes on a whole new meaning, right? Because the golden bachelor, this and that. So, and Bill said, except in the sky. Yeah, Bill is everywhere except in the sky. He says, oh, yeah, probably the weather hasn't been cooperating. What else? And then we're going to, we were talking about the earthquakes and the massive wildfires that are burning in the north rim of the Grand Canyon. That is so sad. I feel sorry for the wildlife. 100,000 acres from the mega fire. And it's a mega fire. And then the Dragon fire has been burning since July 4th. It's really sad. John Wayne said it's raining right now. Oh, yeah. You're in Tennessee now, right, John? Aren't you in Tennessee, Cowboy? And that's where the fly-in is. There's a fly-in there in Tennessee. The Moonshiners. The weather's no rain here, but I know a couple of days ago downstate, St. Clair Shores, my family lives most of my family lives downstate. I felt sorry for those people because a lot of them, their basements got flooded. It's terrible. John Wayne says, yep, at the fly-in. Oh, you are? You're at the fly-in right now, John? Pardon me, I'm reading the chat here. Yes. Yep, not at the fly. Oh, okay, got it. I love my little phone here on the phone stand because I can just kind of, go back and forth. And I'm not like sticking my head out like a giraffe trying to look at the screen and everything. So it's pretty fun. So I got my notes here and everything. What else? Okay, so we're talking about like the earthquakes and everything, right? And because we talk about life up here in the Treehouse, right? During the show, we talk about all aspects of life. And I learned a new word today, and it's called lifequake. Lifequake, yeah. And what lifequakes is, or what it means, right, is a significant and unexpected shift in the trajectory of your life that initially feels devastating but has the beneficial overcome of catalyzing, how do you say that, personal growth, transformation, and rebirth. So I feel like, yeah, life quakes, we all go through life quakes, right? Whether it be relationships, breakups, all that stuff, losing somebody, things like that. I call them life quakes. And I always feel like even with the life quakes, especially with me, like with breakups and for me personally, in relationships and all that, there's aftershocks, right? There's aftershocks for years from for me personally, from relationships. I don't know what your life quakes have been. Maybe you can put it in the chat. That still give you aftershocks, I call it. Because life is full of ups and downs, right? And but yeah, so we learned a new word today, life quake. Yeah. So kind of reminds me of Life Quake, the cereal, right? Quaker Oats. And do they still? What was name of some of that cereal out there? Life cereal. Do they even still make that stuff? Life cereal, like whoever came up with that, I don't know, but it just popped to my mind. Life Quake, like life cereal, right? So yeah. So anyway, let's see what else. Okay, so those notes are gone. See, all right, I keep it going here, keep it rocking and rolling because we want to keep the show going and all that stuff. I always open up with the show with the quotes, the cool quotes or whatever, think about and all that stuff. Yeah, Bill H says some kind of puffs. Yeah, some kind of puffs. Yeah. What was it? Yeah, it was something, wheat puffs or something, right? I know I'm doing some trivia on the cereal because that just popped in my mind. Something puffs, yeah. And I never ate that stuff because it was like eating straw, right? Even if it was going when you put it in the milk, it was like eating straw. Yeah, Cocoa Puffs aren't the same, but they came out. I think the Quaker Puffs came out first, and then the Cocoa Puffs came out. The chocolates, if you all like chocolate and all that, right? Anyway, we're going to start out with, because we got some things, so I'm going to go through the news. You know how I read the news, funny news things to you. John Wayne says wheat checks and rice checks. That's right, John. Yeah. Wheat checks and rice checks. Yes. So anybody, my listeners and chatters and watchers and all that stuff, they're out there. I'm Paramount USA, and you're at Lindy's Treehouse, and I'm here every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we just talk about life. Yeah, we talk about life, the ups and downs of life, and all that goes with it, and we have a good time. Yeah, talk about food, animals, happenings in the world, no politics though. So anyway, anywho, let's get this started. All right. So I'm going to read this to you because, I started out with my little opening to open the show, whatever. It's called Check Your Bearings. Okay. So everybody just sit back, relax in your lazy boy chairs or your comfortable chair, whatever you got, your lawn chair, rocking chair, whatever you brought up to the treehouse. Everybody just sit back and relax. Okay. So it's called Check Your Bearings. Often we can only see where we're going when we look at where we've been. Take a long view. Be sure you're on track and that you're traveling with the right companions. I love this. Then resume your journey with confidence. Our conscious must catch up to our reason. Otherwise, we are lost. How cool is that? I love this. My favorite part of this is be sure you're on track and that you're traveling with the right companions. And I feel like y'all are my companions, right? That you've gone through life with me already since I moved to Michigan. You've all been there, when I was on Clear Prop, with Sean. And poor Sean, got to pray for him too, with his health issues and his heart and everything else. All the stuff just keeps happening to him. It feels so bad. But being on his show and all the guests and all the people that I met, I don't regret it at all. I had a lot of fun, and I wouldn't have met all of you if I wouldn't have, co-hosted that show. And so it's kind of cool. I kind of did like a full circle, right? So you're my traveling companions. You're like going through the journey with me. Kind of. And even before I moved to Michigan, I was in Arizona, and I was, I was co-hosting the show or whatever. You all were there, so it's kind of cool. I'm really happy that we're all still together. So I always look at the ones that want to be on the journey with me, will stay on the journey. The ones that don't, then open up the door and let them out, right? As the saying goes, something like that. But anywho, we'll keep it going here. All right, so we're going to go to news to me. All right, you guys all chat amongst each other. Okay. I know Lions are playing tonight. Go Lions. My Lions are playing. And so that's really cool, the preseason game. I'm really happy about that. I'm looking forward to football. And it's okay because, like I said, I do Sunday dinners at my son Ryan. So I can always catch a Lions game here or there. When I go and hang out there, he'll put the football game on for me. So it's pretty cool. He's a good kid. I love both my boys. You know that. All right. So news to me. So have you all heard of robot chicken fights? Yes, robot chicken fights. Instead of using real chickens, they're using robots, chicken robots. Yeah. So, then PETA won't get after them, right? If they're using chicken robots. And it says that they are allowing robots, chicken fights, as long as no feathers were harmed. So, picture this: metal-clad roosters duking it out like a sci-fi barnyard brawl. And so think about that. Picture that, huh, John? You have a bunch of what do you call it? Yeah, robot chickens fighting it out. I just think that's hilarious. I can't imagine. I can't imagine that. Robot chicken fights. See, I find all kinds of fun stuff to read to you guys. My guys and gals, yes. Okay, here's the next funny. Okay, because I only find like funny stuff. I don't get into people getting murdered and all that stories. You can see that on YouTube or whatever. But KFC toothpaste. Have you all heard of KFC toothpaste yet? Anybody out there? KFC toothpaste. Seriously. They titled it KFC Toothpaste Madness. KFC teamed up with his Smile, that's company, a dental company or whatever, His Smile, to launch fried chicken flavored toothpaste. Okay. Inspired by 11 herbs and spices. Brush your teeth and taste the Colonel's finest. It's described as biting into a hot, juicy piece of KFC. Who needs mouthwash when you've got gravy vibes? Oh, I think that's kind of gross. Because who wants to walk around with chicken breath? Okay, I want to know something. Do chickens? Do they get? Do chickens have bad breath? I never thought of that. I never thought of that. Why do chickens have bad breath? But I can't. I can't imagine. Bill H says next. I've never. I've been close to chickens before because I when I had my farm right in Arizona, you pick up I had chickens, run around the yard, free range chickens and all that stuff, and you could literally catch them and pick them up and all that. But I don't remember them ever having bad breath. So Will Fly's in the house. Hi, Will Fly. How's it going? Will Fly's checking in. Everybody say hi, Will Fly. What's going on? Thanks for joining us tonight, Will Fly. I know you're busy out there in Tennessee. Hope you're enjoying yourself at the Moonshiners. You're just talking chicken. Well, I think I'd rather talk. I would rather talk KFC chicken toothpaste, right, than chicken shit. Yeah, I said it. I would rather talk KFC toothpaste madness than talk about chicken poop. Okay, I'll say keep it G. I'll say chicken poop. Yeah. So anyway, I know I'm out of control here. I am. But yeah, so I just had to say that. I was trying to picture a chicken having bad breath, right? But I don't think I'd want that chicken toothpaste, right? No, I don't think I'd want that. That would be kind of, you walk around, like I said, you'd be walking around with like chicken breath. That'd be nasty. So it'd be like the boyfriend, like if I had a boyfriend, he'd be like, come here, honey. Give me a kiss. I just brushed my teeth with KFC toothpaste. Barf. Barf. I know. See how this conversation goes? Anybody that's just jumping on, this is how we roll. Scuba says, no way, it tastes like chicken. I know, right? I know where this conversation, the chicken conversation, could go many different ways, right? But no, that's nasty. I thought that was really funny. So I told you I find funny stories. All right, let's move on. Now, this is something that you never heard before, okay? This is like really, really, this is like one of the strangest stories I've ever read, okay? This Chinese couple had a mouth mishap, all right? I guess they were messing around or whatever, and some Jilin, China, a woman, I guess she bet her boyfriend or whatever that she could fit her hand inside his mouth, okay? Her hand inside, like, can you picture her with her hand, or just, putting her hand inside this her boyfriend's mouth, right? And while testing it, so picture this, her hand is inside this dude's mouth, right? And his jaw locks, okay? His jaw spasm, trapping her hand like a bear trap in his mouth. What the heck? I mean, yeah, it's what? Oh, I see some rain there. Bill says. Oh, they're talking about the flying in Tennessee. But anyway, yeah. So her hand, his jaw spasmed out and trapped her hand like a bear trap. And doctors had to use muscle relaxants to free her after 20 minutes. Talk about biting off more than you can chew, right? I had to add that. So don't try this at home, kids, okay? Don't try this at home. It's just not a good thing. Can you imagine? Yeah, his jaw just locked up. But now how in the heck, how do you call like the paramedics and she's sitting there with her boyfriend with her hands stuck in his mouth, right? I can't even imagine. That's horrifying. I don't. Yeah, that's really disgusting. It's kind of gross, right? Anyway, we'll just keep moving on. Anywho, we'll keep moving on. Welcome, anybody that's listening on Paramount USA. And you're at Lindy's Treehouse, and we're here. I'm here. They're here. Everybody's here at Thursday night. Every Thursday night, 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know I like to sing some of my stuff, in between. Yes. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. All right, everybody, come on up to Lindy's Treehouse. Climb up that favorite branch. Jump right on in. Grab your seat and all that stuff and sit down. All right. So now this is pretty funny. This is out of Florida, okay? This is out of Florida. It's called bear mace. Bear, B-E-A-R, not B-A-R-E, okay? Bear is the animal bear. Mace, like mace, they spray in your eyes, and you can't see and all that stuff, okay? A Florida woman was charged with bear macing another mom in a road rage incident triggered by a chicken crossing the road. So we're back to the chicken again. All right. So picture this. Maybe they're on their way, going to drop their kids off to school. And the woman in the front of the other woman, right? She's driving behind this other woman, and the woman has to slow down because she doesn't want to run over the chicken crossing the road, okay? And so the lady behind her, I'm trying to see how this all laid out, right? And the lady behind her got mad because she was going so slow. Well, I can't blame her. She didn't want to run over the chicken, right? So she had to slow down. And the lady got road rage and jumped out of her. I can picture her jumping out of her car and running over and macing this poor lady. And the chicken, chicken's like, what the hell, Can you see him in the middle of the road looking at all the drama going on? Like, geez, she was just trying to be nice. She didn't want the chicken to get run over. So the other lady was a bully. Poor lady that got bear mace. What? Okay. So they actually sell that stuff, bear mace? So there's different kinds of mace for different animals. Help me out here, chat. So they have bear mace. They have what? Okay. Deer mace. Or is it just bear mace? Like, I don't even know what that stuff smells like or anything. Yeah, the bear mace. Something you carry around. I would carry around in my purse. You better not mess with me. I got bear mace. That's got to burn the heck out of your eyes. But yeah, so no animals were harmed in this situation, right? The chicken went on his way happily, right? He didn't get run over. The lady was nice enough not to run the poor chicken over. Yes, bear mace comes in a full 16 ounce. Thank you, John Wayne, Cowboy. I knew you'd know that answer. But how funny is that, right? Yeah. So that lady was a bully. So let's see. We're going to keep going here. And I got my notes here. Let's see. All right. So let's go with the animals. And then we're going to talk about the animals here. Do you want to talk about planting seeds? That's kind of the subject tonight. John Wade says bear mace comes in a full, 16 ounce. Yes. I'm just rereading the chat. Yeah. So we can talk about planting seeds first, and then we can go we can go with did you know, like the animals, all right? So I think I read all the news for right now. So now I'll move on to planting a seed. So we got to think like planting the seed, all the symbolic meanings of seed planting, right? It's pretty interesting. I wrote a bunch of things down here. So it says planting a seed carries a rich symbolic and practical meanings across various contexts. One is initiating growth or change. Planting a seed symbolizes starting something small with the potential to significant growth. And just as a seed grows into a plant with proper care, so does an idea, action, or effort can develop into something impactful over time. So tell me, chatters, what kind of seeds have you planted lately? Like maybe in your children, do you plant a seed in your children? How to treat other people? Things like when they were growing up and then you never thought, that you had something that you did for that child, for that person that made an effect on your life. I know gosh, when my boys were growing up, I looked at kind of in a biblical thing. And I believe that's why Robert, he's a pastor now, that when they were younger, we did a lot of Bible studies with a couple neighbors. And I had some neighbors that used to babysit my kids too. And we all did Bible study together. So I believe that I kind of planted the seed there for Robert, now that he's a pastor, that back, you think about it, as a little boy, that I had already planted that seed. But think about it. It takes a lifetime sometimes, right, for that seed to manifest and to grow. So what do you do? What do you do with the seed? What do you have to do with the seed to keep it growing, everybody? Put in the chat. What is it that you have to do to keep that, to keep that seed growing? Yes, Bill H says water it. That's right. You just got to keep, because if you don't keep watering that seed, what's going to happen? It's going to die. And that's why in life, it's so important, and it said, just as the seed grows into a plant with proper care, so does an idea, right? And look at my show. Somebody 4 years ago planted a seed, on podcasting, right? In me. And I just kept, feeding myself. Listen to these podcasts, right? And maybe you guys introduced me to paramoting, and you planted that seed in paramoting, and that stayed with me for how many years, where I finally decided I wanted to go up in the air. So that will always be with me. Number 2 is hope and potential. A seed represents latent potential, embodying hope for future outcomes. Even small actions, kindness, an idea, or an investment can lead to rewards when nurtured. So that's just like me and what Bill answered. Yes, you have to water it. You have to nurture that seed. I like this. I love talking about this. And it says even the smallest actions, just being kind, being nice to people, even though you don't want to be, inspiring. Keep on inspiring people. And I call it inspiring seed, right? Inspiring seed. You want to keep keep inspiring people and keep watering that seed, and it's kind of cool when you think about it, right? And then, okay, so another one, number 3 is long-term vision. The act reflects patience and faith and a delayed gratification. So I like that, delayed gratification. Seeds take time to grow, symbolizing the importance of persistence and trust in processes that may not show immediate results. And it's so true, right? When I planted the seeds in, in my boys when they were little, and we went to the Bible studies or whatever, and they went through, their trials and tribulations in life, as we all do. But the cool part is that seed never went away, right? It was always there inside them because I planted it. And as they're growing up, I kept encouraging them, which means I kept watering that seed, not even realizing what I was doing. Like, I knew what I was doing, but the seed part and all that, I was just doing what I wanted the best for my boys. And I really believe Robert is, and both my boys are where they're at now because I put that seed, put that seed in them. It's really cool. Does anybody else want to you want to put, tell me in the chat, like what did somebody plant a seed in you? And tell me your story. Maybe you're growing up, your mom or dad or a friend or whatever. Did they plant a seed in you and just kept encouraging you and just kept watering that seed so you would get better and better at what you were doing? Does that make sense? That makes sense? Yeah, if you want to, put something in the chat, everybody. And so anybody that's listening, I'm Paramount USA, and you're at Lindy's Treehouse. You can find me on YouTube, Paramount USA, Lindy's Treehouse, every Thursday night. And Robert, hi, Robert. We are talking about, welcome, Robert, Paragliding Talk. We're talking about planting seeds. And let's see. The light says we are listening. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Robert, you probably heard I was talking about how I planted the seed in you when you were growing up, and we went to the Bible studies, and I planted that seed in you with going to those Bible studies, and just kept encouraging you and encouraging Ryan, to stay in the Lord and all that with Jesus and growing up and all that stuff. And there's so many different ways that you can plant that seed. Oh, you're driving, Robert. Okay. That's okay. Be careful. Yeah, be safe. Gosh, you're driving California. Holy moly. Yeah, so we're just talking seeds. Planting seeds. It's pretty cool. And that's why I was asking the people who planted a seed. See, Robert would say that I planted the seed in Robert. If he answered, he'd say, yeah, my mom planted the seed when I was a little boy. And just how to be a better person, to grow up and be a better person and all that. I planted that seed of good values and everything, right? And I like this because it says seeds take time to grow, symbolizing the importance of persistence and trust in process that may not show immediate results. And Robert says, I'm on the part of the freeway that is 8 lanes on one side. Good Lord. How long is your drive to go home from work, Robert? Because I know you're just getting off of work. Gosh. It's so crazy. Yeah, Bill says, oh my goodness. That is crazy. On the part of the freeway that is 8 lanes on one side. That's crazy. Today it's an hour and 15 minutes. Oh, wow. Wow. I have so much respect for HVAC. Is that what you call it? HVAC people? AC that fix air conditioners. Robert always has all kinds of cool stories. Robert, sometime on a Thursday night, I want you to be a guest on my show so you can talk about some of your adventures in the sky and also some of your, because remember you used to talk about the houses that you went inside, to fix ACs, these $1 billion houses and everything. And I want to hear some of your stories. So think about it, okay? Some Thursday night. You don't have to stay on long. You can just hang out with us and talk about flying and talk about that place where you said that there was a fire, right? And it burned up. Was that little? Did they call it Little Black? Is that what it's called, Robert? When there was a fire where you used to paraglide? I always say it wrong. I know I don't want you to text and drive. I forgot you're driving. They're driving. Yeah, they had where Robert. We would see. Bill says we would like that. See, Robert. Just some Thursday, I want to get you on the show. Just be the guest. Be a guest for the night. El Caption. Oh, El Caption. El Caption. Caption? Okay. Oh, I was thinking Little Black or something. Okay, that's somewhere else, right? Okay. Voice to text, hopefully. Robert says it's Blossom. Blossom burned up? Blossom did? I remember you took me up in the mountain and we went on the Jeep. You took me up in your Jeep to Blossom where you fly. You went up that hill. I was like so scared, but it was so fun. Voice to text, hopefully. Yeah, Bill said, yeah. Blossom's beautiful. Blossom is beautiful. It was so fun when we went up there. Scuba says El Capitan. Oh, I just have to say it right. El Capitan. Thanks, Scooby-Doo. Okay, El Capitan. Capitan. I know Angela and Tony are watching football. They're watching the Lions tonight. But I love you. Maybe you're listening. I'm not sure. Angela. Angela sent me a surprise package, and I have yet to receive it. It's so crazy. I'm watching for it, though, Angela. I'm watching for it. So, Angela. So, anyway, yeah, we're going to get Robert on the show one of these times. It'd be really cool. So, planting seeds. Back to planting seeds. Everybody in the chat. Tell me who influenced you when you were growing up. Who planted a seed in you? Like maybe somebody planted a seed so you'd want to go flying, right? And you kept watering that seed, saying, "Man, I want to do this. I got to get this thing growing so I can get up in the air." Does that make sense? That makes sense. So, like I said, my seed, I feel like, yeah. When I started getting interested in paramotoring, Bill H, it probably had to go to Portland. That's the problem with USPS. Yeah, I guess. Robert says, I want to plant a seed right now. I want to watch your show with you painting a live painting. No, you don't, because I have a cat here, and I start bringing out painting with that's not going to happen. I can just see that would be like a disaster. painting a picture with my cat, with my cat helping me. Yes. Oh yeah, that would be great. Yeah, yeah. Speaking of painting, I got a painting here, an oldie but goodie. So y'all can see. This is, I gotta hold it up like this, like this, like this. Can you see? Or can you put it like this too? I'm looking at my, so I'm gonna turn it. What do you think? That looks like kind of like stained glass, huh? It's like stained glass. That was a fun early painting. Yeah, I know it would be interesting, but yeah. So this is one of my early paintings. I don't know. I wrote on the back of it when I did it because I was messing with stuff. July 2022. I did this painting. 2022. That was fun, and all the, you see all the different colors and everything on it. It's actually, I just used, gosh, I find all different, you can find so many different utensils in your kitchen that you can paint with without spending a lot of money. And so I'm trying to think how I think I did this with an old makeup brush, like one of those blush, like the brushes or whatever, old makeup brush, and I dip it in the paint, and then I just tap, 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 tap all over the all different colors all over that painting. So it's kind of cool. I had fun doing that. Super easy, super duper easy. So yeah, and so I love painting, and I have to say, my daughter-in-law is the one that introduced me to painting. 2000, I think I told you, 2021, when I actually it was 2000. I moved 2021, and then New Year's Day 2022. Leslie, my daughter-in-law, said, "Hey, you want to come over and paint?" And I was like, "I can't paint. I don't know how to paint." Seriously, I was like, I really didn't know. I didn't think I could paint. So anyway, I said, sure, okay. So I went over there, and my very first painting was a beach. I did a beach, my very first painting. And once I got done, I was so impressed with myself, and I was so excited about it that one painting turned into 50 paintings. So, yeah. So I would say that Leslie planted that seed, to start painting. And I just ran with it, I have some paintings that I buy spackle, right? And I do spackle paintings. Spackle is really fun to play with. Even beginners can do it. It's pretty cool. And yeah, my spackle paintings. I get one of those. What do I want to say? I keep forgetting now. It's a putty knife. Yeah, I just get a putty knife, and I just dip it in the spackle, and I just spread it on the canvas, and it goes on pink. And then as it dries, it goes on white. And you can do like all kinds of designs and whatnot. And then when when it dries white. And then you just paint whatever colors you want on it. And I've seen paintings in, I've seen paintings like in Hobby Lobby and they are they want a lot of money for those stucco pictures, So I need to. Let's see. Scuba says day 4 diet. I wonder if I'm lighter yet. Oh, you probably are. You're probably feeling a difference. You're probably feeling better, feeling a lot better, right? I'm sure. That's good. I'm glad that you're taking care of your health. Yeah, I have to say that, Scooby. I'm glad you're taking better care of your health. That's good. That's very important. It's very important. You want me to grab that one picture real quick of that one stucco painting that I did, speckle painting, so you can see what it looks like, the texture and everything in it. You all want to see it real quick? Robert, you want me to grab it? I'll grab it. I'll grab it real quick. So we're talking painting. Yes. All right. Chat between your, everybody chat for a minute. I'm going to grab that one painting. Scuba says, well, I don't want to change my hang point because I gained weight. Yeah, just as long as you feel healthy, that's what matters, right? That's what matters. Let me go grab that real quick. Thank you for waiting. All right, this is the one I have hanging in the bathroom, but it's kind of cool. So this is my spackle. My spackle. Can you see? I never know how to hold this. I'll hold it close. There we go. Can you see it? Oh, there we go. Can you all see? We have to chat while she's gone. Too late. How do I hold this up? I want to make sure you see it. Hold in front of my face. There we go. Now can you see? Can you see it? It's pretty cool. You can hold like that. There we go. Anyway, that you can see all the different designs, right? So all I did is I took the putty knife. I know, Robert. I'll take a picture of it. I take a putty knife and I dip it in the spackle, and you make whatever designs you want, and then just paint it. So yeah, super fun. So every time I go to Walmart or whatever, I always forget the spackle. I always forget to get the spackle. So yeah, I have to say that Leslie planted the seed on the painting, and maybe I will. I have to figure that out though. That's pretty high tech. Try and do all that do a painting show. Do a painting show. Yes. But I do love painting. It's super fun. So, let's see. Okay, so what do we got? Oh, cool. All right. It's still early yet. It's still early. So yeah, we were talking about the seeds, right? Okay, now the next one is, let's see, I'm keep going here. Long-term vision, the act reflects patience and faith in delayed gratification. So that's also has to do with planting seeds. Long-term vision, right? So that's kind of like, what I did with the boys, right? Planted that seed. Maybe somebody else, they planted a seed, and I had a long-term vision to go fly, get up in the air someday, right? And that came true. So seeds take time to grow, symbolizing the importance of persistence and trust in processes that may not show immediate results. Yes, that's so cool. Metaphorical influence in social or psychological contexts, planting a seed often means subtly introducing an idea or suggestion to influence someone's thinking, career change, future decisions. So that's another way to look at it, right? Growth or change, hope and potential, long-term vision, spiritual, environmental, and connection are all things that have to do with planting the seed. And growth or change, hope and potential, long-term vision, spiritual, environmental, and connection. So I think that's super cool. I think that's really cool. So I thought it was kind of fun to talk about, planting seeds. That's a very, I think it's a very important part of life, right? I'm looking at my notes here as I'm dropping it. Okay, I got a funny. You guys all ready? All right. Okay. Anybody that's watching, lurking, listening, I'm Paramount USA, and you're at Lindy's Treehouse, and I'm here every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. It's super duper easy peasy to come to Lindy's Treehouse on Thursday night. I love having y'all. I so appreciate all my chatters and my viewers too, because I check it afterwards, see who's watching the show. So if you're watching, please, hit the like button. Makes me happy. I see a lot of likes on there. It makes me happy when I see a lot of views too. So it's pretty exciting. All right, this is a funny, okay? What do you call a cow that just gave birth? Who can guess? What do you call a cow that just gave birth? This is a funny. Robert, you can ask the boys when you get home. It's a funny one because we like doing funnies. What do you call a cow that just gave birth? A ma cow? A ma cow? No. Nope. This is pretty funny. You guys will never guess the answer. No Googling it. No cheating. No cheating. What do you call a cow that just gave birth? Who can guess it? Who can guess it? Let's see who guesses it. Bill H. Mom. No, not a mom cow. No. No. What do you call a cow that just gave birth? A moomie. No. No. And no Googling. You got to think. That's why this show is like, I make you think. See? Make you think. I thought this was hilarious, though. So I had to make sure that I wrote it down in my notes so I could ask everybody. A moo mother. No. Nope. All right, you guys ready for the answer? You want to know the answer? It's really funny. Okay, everybody, here we go. This would be a joke like Shane, he would be proud of me. Cheney, if you're listening, you'd be proud of me. Okay, what do you call a cow that just gave birth? Let's see. I want to know. Decaffeinated. Decaffeinated. Yeah, it's a dad joke. You got to remember that, Robert. Okay? You got to remember that. So every week I'm going to find a joke, little riddle, because I love riddles. And I'll be picking your brains on that. I mean, I thought that was great. I did. Okay, moving right along, because we still got a little bit of ways, and then we're going to do a little trivia so somebody can take home, take home socks or Yeah. What do we got? What do we got going? Right? Let me refresh your brains here. And anybody that's watching, jump in the chat so you can win stuff. I still have, all right, I still have the Reese's socks, right? We still have Reese's. We have Pez. Anybody can win more socks. Airheads. I am going to order some. I'm going to get some Airhead candies to throw in there. Wouldn't that be cool? Got Pringles socks. And then we still have, I still have 4th of July, 4th of July koozies. You can use them year round. They're cool. I still got, I got the tie-dye koozies. And then the American flag koozies. I'll probably order some more koozies next month too. But I still have 4th of July koozies left. And I got another pair of Airhead socks here. And Bill says, Robert says, what if you were giving away Reese's Pieces, would definitely be interested. You mean the Reese's Pieces socks, Robert? You want the socks? Or you talking about the candy? Because I think the Reese's Pieces candies would be all melted by the time you'd get them. As much as I would love to nail chocolate. I mean, yeah. So I have tons. Look at this. I still have bunches of koozies to give away. So, and I still have my stickers too. Look at, I still have I still have these stickers. Oh, the candy, Robert said. No, I have to stick with candy that doesn't melt. I have to get, different stuff, whatever. But I still have a lot of stickers to give away, and I still have Will Fly. I still have Will Fly stickers too. I still have your stickers, Will Fly. So so I got all kinds of cool things in my goodie box here, I call it. And so you have to be present to win. Who's all listening and everything. I love giving stuff away. I love just seeing people go home happy. So Bill said, if I win again, give them to Robert. And then Robert will say, give them to Bill. Robert, Bill H has the Oreo socks, the ones that you were gonna get. Bill says, I need a Will Fly sticker. Okay, all right. Okay, let's do. We're gonna talk animals here. Okay, real quick, and then we'll do a trivia. We'll do some trivia. Did you know that? Okay, this is like true or false. Okay, all right. Do octopuses have 3 hearts? Do octopuses have 3 hearts? Is that true or false? You guys can ask or answer, whatever. Do octopuses have 3 hearts? True or false? Anybody know that answer? Anybody? Do you know? Maybe, yeah. Okay. Maybe, yeah. It's just true or false. Not maybe, yes. Okay, so you said yes. Yes, it's true. They do have 3 hearts. Octopuses have 2 hearts that pump blood to the gills and a 3rd heart that pumps it to the body. And when they swim, the heart pumps blood to the body can stop, which is one reason they prefer crawling over swimming. It's less taxing. Interesting, right? Yeah, it is true. Yep, that they do have 3 hearts. Yeah, 2 that pump the blood to the gills, and then the 3rd heart that pumps it to the body. So when they swim, the heart pumps blood to the body, can stop which is one reason they prefer crawling over swimming, less taxing. Well, they're pretty. That's some pretty smart octopuses, huh? I would say. Oh my gosh. All right. Okay, here's the next one. Okay. Okay. What's Will Fly? Is Will Fly leaving? Will Fly, he was leaving. He said 10-4, Will Fly. Is Will Fly? I know I saw Will Fly's video, him flying. This fancy. Will Fly says, Bill H, DM me your address. So, okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting sidetracked here as I usually do. Can penguins fly? True or false? Can penguins fly? True or false? Well, I think we already know that one. The penguins can't fly. I've never seen a penguin fly. Penguins are flightless birds. Their wings are adaptable for swimming, acting like flippers to propel them through the water. So I think penguins are really cute too. I think they're really cute. Penguins do not fly. That's right, Robert. Yes. And Bill H says, answer the question. Penguins can fly. True or false? False. They can't fly. See, Robert got it. Yep, he knows. He knows all about penguins. Pretty interesting, right? Okay, here's another one now. All right, we're going to go move it right along here. What did I write on here? Like other birds. Okay, we have a group of crows is called a what? What do you call a group of crows? The black crows, CROWS. What do you think they call them? It's pretty interesting. And I think it's a good name for them. I got to pet a penguin once, Robert says. They're so cute. Good answer, Scuba. Murder. Yeah. I didn't know that. I did not know that till I started writing down my facts, my animal facts. Yeah. Oh, wait, Robert said a murder. Oh, did I miss some? Scuba said, yeah, Robert said murder, and so did, I thought I was seeing things. Yes. Robert and Scooby-Doo said murder. Yeah. They're mean, and they're very loud. A term rooted in folklore that associated crows with death due to their scavenging habits and dark appearance. Yeah, they're very crows are very loud. When I was walking through the campus last week at the college, I was walking home from the college after I went and walked, doing my walking on the track, and I was walking through the campus outside there, and I could hear this bird just screaming, just like that. And I was like, what the heck? It was so loud. And I looked, and it was one of those black crows. That thing would not shut up. And I was like, dang, this is like the protesters we were watching on TV a couple months ago, right? That's what they sounded like. Oh my gosh. Scuba says maybe loud, but very smart. Yeah, but they're mean. They're mean. You see them all over the place. They're like taking over. But I learned that the birds, like these black crows, like on the reservations, I have to look into that too. I'm always fascinated with the Navajos and the reservations and all that stuff. Robert says we have seagulls that will laugh at you. Oh yeah, we have. When I go walking at the bayfront, there's always seagulls everywhere. So you don't dare walk around with French fries in your hand, because they'll fly down and they'll grab those French fries out of your hands. I I remember, Robert, remember when I came to California, we went to that, I was staying at that resort, that real pretty resort with the big pool, the family pool and stuff. And I remember we got the chips or whatever, what do I want to say, the tortilla chips or whatever with the cheese on it. And they would swoop down and steal my food. Yes. Oh, that's probably a raven. Really? See, we'll have to do a study on ravens and crows next week. Find out what the difference is. Scuba says, I didn't have seagulls in Georgia, but they are here in Virginia for sure. Yeah, the seagulls, yeah, they came down and they, my nacho chips. They stole my nacho chips right off the table I was sitting at eating. They would come down and swoop down and eat my food. Yes. Yeah, I remember. I know Robert remembers that when I stayed at that real pretty resort in California. Yeah, I just remember that I had my food out by the pool side, and they would come down but yeah, they're all over. You see them all over the place up here too, because we're close to the water. That's because they were nacho chips. Scuba said a funny. Scuba said a funny. That's funny. Like not your chips. That's right. That's nacho chips. Oh my gosh. Okay. We're gonna talk snakes. Who likes snakes? I hate snakes. I don't like snakes. Don't like snakes. Not at all. It's gross. Totally gross. Hey, Robert, I got to ask real quick because we were talking about this earlier in the chat. Do chickens have bad breath? Because KFC is coming out with some KFC toothpaste that tastes like fried chicken. So you can walk around, brush your teeth, and have chicken smell like chicken. So have you ever smelled like, do your chickens, because I know you raise chickens, do they have bad breath? Have you ever came upon like your chickens having bad breath? Oh gosh. That I think that's the funniest. I think that's my favorite one. Scuba says, like, not your chips. That's right. That's pretty funny though, with the chicken breath. Get away from me, chicken breath. Can you imagine? You brush the teeth and I come over here, honey. Get away from me, chicken breath. Okay, so now we're going to move on to snakes. Did you know that snakes, okay, true or false? Can snakes smell with their tongues? Ooh, this is a good one. True or false? Can snakes smell with their tongue? Anybody? You can put it in the chat. Tell me what you think. True or false? Can snakes smell with their tongues? Let's see. Answer. No, you got to say true or false. You got to put in there. And I'll tell you if you're right. Can snakes smell with their tongues? True or false? Just put true or false in the chat. Robert says, I've never smelled chicken breath. I love the show. I do. I love my chatters. Yes, snakes can smell with their tongues. Like, ew. Yes, Will said true. They said snakes use their tongues to collect scent particles from the air, which are then processed by Jacobson's organ in their mouth to smell their environment. Ew. I don't want to get close to a snake ever. Robert got it. That's right. Robert got it. So that's the end of the animal true or false. Okay. So I know you guys want to get on with your lives here. I totally understand. I'm Paramount USA, and you're at Lindy's Treehouse, and I'm here every Thursday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And you can catch Scooby-Doo on Friday nights at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right? It's Scooby's Hangout. That's right. Hang out with Scooby. Scooby's Hangout with the lovely Munchkin every Friday night, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. Okay, now we're going to do trivia. So you guys can win something. Let's do. Okay. See if you guys guess it, and then you can I'll send out a koozie or socks for you guys. Okay? All right, you ready? Okay, this is called it's called See There, SCA. Okay, so we're gonna be talking water. Oh, you leaving, John? Already? All right, John, later. Have a good weekend, okay? Be safe. Thank you for hanging out with us. Appreciate everybody coming here tonight. All right, let's see if somebody wants to win something. What the heck, right? Okay, because I got plenty of box. I got stuff to give away. So we're gonna do a like a Jeopardy. Okay, for $100. Okay, you gotta listen now. Okay, this is a C, SCA. See there. Okay, for $100. This sea is named after the Caribs, the ingenious people who lived there when Europeans landed in the 15th century. What is the answer to that? The sea is named after the Caribs, the indigenous, I can't say it, indigenous, indigenous people who lived there when Europeans landed in the 15th century. What is the answer? Will said, what is Caribbean? Bing, 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 bing. Will Fly, you won. Will Fly, you won. What do you want, Will Fly? You want socks? What do you want me to send you? Socks? Do you want a koozie? Will Fly won the trivia. He guessed it first. What is Caribbean? How many of you just said in a genuine genius out loud? I can't say it. I can't say it. So, yeah, Will Fly, what would you like? You want a pair of socks or you want a koozie? Will Fly, I got Reese's socks. You want a pair of Reese's socks? I don't think Will Fly says I want a Will Fly sticker to send to Bill. Oh, I'll send it to him. I'll send it. Don't worry about it. I'll get it out to him. I will send him a sticker. I will send him Will Fly sticker. Okay, Will? I will. I'll make sure Bill gets one. Absolutely. No biggie. So Will, what do you want? You want a Reese's? These are cool. Bright orange. We got Pez socks. Will Fly said that's all I want. What do you mean that's all you want? What? I'm gonna send him a sticker, but what do you want? What do you want? You want a koozie? You want socks? Will Fly? You want another pair of socks? Got Pringles. You want koozie? What do you want? What do you want, Will Fly? Because you won. Otherwise, I'm going to forfeit it, and I'll have to do another trivia so somebody else gets something. So what do you think? What do you think? Time is the essence here, Will Fly. So you want socks? Tell everybody at the fly-in I said hi. Tell David Wolf. David Wolf, I said hi. The Ready to Paramotor. So what do you want? Okay. Will Fly says those are the ones I sent you. Let's do another question. Would you want a koozie instead? I can send you a koozie. You want a koozie? Yeah, that's true, Will. I get what you're saying. Do you want a koozie? I can send you a koozie. Another one. I got those 4th of July koozies if you want one. It's up to you. It's up to you, Bill Fly. Otherwise, I'll just move it along then if you don't want a koozie. Because I can send you another koozie. Let me know. Let me know. All right. Okay, let's try. All right, okay, we're going to do another one. All right, we'll do another question. Okay. Will Fly, you let me know. Will Fly says, I want to donate it back to the show. Scuba needs to win something. Okay, so you don't want a koozie then, right? No koozie? Said I have a bunch of I got koozies giveaway, so I was going to send you a koozie. Okay, we'll move it right along. Okay, we're still going to do the C there. Okay, all right. See if who can guess it. I can send him something. For $200. Oh, this is good. Okay, this is a good question. Robert, you might even know this. Okay. Thank you, Will Fly, for everything you do. Thank you. Thank you for the socks, sending those socks and everything. I was so surprised. I was very, very thoughtful. I really appreciate it. You giving back. I love it. I love that. Okay. So we're going to do the C there again for $200. 9 times saltier than the Mediterranean. This is the world's saltiest sea. Oh, you guys know this one. Scuba says, no, I just won. Wait. Scuba says Red Sea. Nope. Think of it. Dead Sea. Yes. Bill H guessed it. What is the Dead Sea? It's so salty that it's difficult to swim in. Don't shave before dipping into it because it'll irritate areas of the body are in for some serious sting. So, Dead Sea. Yep, you got it. Yeah, Bill H guessed it. All right, Bill H. What do you want? Can want me to send you a koozie? What kind of koozie you want? I know you already got. Yeah, you haven't gotten a koozie from me yet, have you? So Bill H won. Bill H got it. What kind of koozie you want, Bill? You want a 4th of July one? Red Sea, LOL, Scuba. Will Fly said. So, Bill H won. Yay! It's okay. You guys win some every week. It's good. I'm happy to give stuff away. So, Bill, let me know what you want. You can DM me later. You want what kind of koozie you want? You want a 4th of July one, or you want what is it? American flag. Which one you want? I can even take pictures of them, and then you can choose what you want, Bill H, on the koozies. These are kind of cool, the white ones, Bill H. These are some of the 4th of July ones. Bill says American flag coolie. Okay. All right. So you want this one. I know, right? Bill H is on fire. Yeah, he is. All right, Bill H. Congratulations. I'm going to send you a fancy American flag koozie. Yeah. Awesome. I am so glad that you all stopped by tonight to the Treehouse to hang out with me. We sure had a lot of laughs about the toothpaste. I have some awesome chatters. I do. You guys mean the world to me. You really do. I'm so happy that everybody is here tonight. And you know how I always end the show. I first have to drop things on the floor. Um, so I'm going to read this. I always have my closing, right, to read to you, to everybody. And let's see. Okay, so I'm going to read this, all right, and then we're going to close the show. Congratulations, Bill H. Bill H won a koozie. Yay! So cool, so cool. Realize that you are capable of working miracles of your own making. Remember that it's up to you to find the key that unlocks the door to your happiness. Understand that increased difficulties brings you nearer to the truth of how to get beyond it. Cross your bridges, meet your challenges, reach out for your dreams, and discover how to get closer and closer to more fulfilling life. Get rid of the if onlys and get on with whatever you need to do to get things right. I love that. I love that, right? Get rid of the if onlys and get on with what you need to do. So here's to courage. Make sure you have the courage to find the magic in the day. Go out of your way to appreciate the deserving things here before your people who matter, places that will inevitably change, and circumstances that will get rearranged all too easily. So you just got to stop, smell the roses, enjoy the life, enjoy nature, everything. And I just want to say, every new beginning comes from some other beginnings. Thank you for being part of this journey, and stay awesome that you are. So you're all awesome sauce to me. You're all awesome sauce. I so appreciate. This was fun. I had a really good time tonight. Make sure to put those hearts in there. I just want to thank my chatters. Bill H. Will Fly even stopped by from Moonshiners tonight. And we got Scooby-Doo and lovely Munchkin. She stopped by tonight. And I said Bill H. and Cowboy. He stopped by to say hi. Greg Laney said he's busy with the kiddos, so that's why he didn't stop by tonight, but I'm sure he'll watch it later. So make sure y'all hit the like button. Just get on my YouTube and put a comment in there, like great show or something, put a little comment in there for me. YouTube likes to see that stuff too. So I'm Paramount USA. You're at Lindy's Treehouse, and you can catch me here every Thursday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and the notification so you can get notified when the show's going to start. And yeah, so I saw you say okay about 42 times on your. I know, Scuba. That's why I put on there, if I could count how many times I said okay. Well, number one, okay. Y'all watch that video, right? It's so close to my heart. It is. And you know why. And I don't want to get all get all sad about it. It's very precious to me, Jay and Eric, and we all know, all know Eric. He's F cancer, right? That's all I'm going to say. F cancer. My heart just breaks. I saw him. It doesn't even look like him anymore. F cancer. But yeah, I sat down in that. I was so nervous, and plus I had my hearing aids out. Okay, obviously, because if I put the helmet on and have my hearing aids in, it would have squished my head, right? And my hearing aids would have been screaming in my head, so I had to take them out. So I was talking louder because I didn't realize I was talking that loud, but poor Eric. Yeah, we still laughed about that when we landed. I think he was deaf for like 3 days because I was just, I had my headset on, he had his headset on, and I could hear him, Well, maybe if he was trying to talk to me, I probably couldn't hear him because I was yelling so loud. I was so freaking excited up there in the air. Yeah, it definitely, that day, you can see it definitely changed my life every time I watch that video. And it's, yeah, like I said, they're both very close to my heart. And it just breaks my heart, that Eric, he's not going to be around long. I mean, we all know that, and it just breaks my heart. Like I said, he really put a place in my heart that I, next year I want to get back, make sure that I get back up in the air, again. But anyway, another note, yes, that I did say okay a lot because I was like super nervous and I was trying to like, your first time you go up in the air, you're like, the adrenaline, and you're trying to listen to everything and not, not miss anything that she was saying. And she was so patient with me. And like I said, the next year when I went up again, you saw, when I went up again, I was like so psyched about it that I wanted to do flybys and touch and goes or whatever, when I was up in the air, because I knew what to expect, it was totally cool. Totally cool. So, and then of course, third time, sadly, we didn't get real. Oh yeah, we did get video. Keith and Kat. Yeah, Kat took a video of me, up in the of us up in the air, and so that was pretty cool. I have such cool friends. You guys mean the world to me. You do, you really do. And like I said, yeah, watch that video. Watch that. I have it on Facebook, and I want to cherish that and keep that like forever. It's something you never forget, right? The emotions. Like I said, when I landed, I was crying, I was laughing, I was shaking. My adrenaline was so high that everybody, when I landed, everybody was laughing, everybody was crying, and everybody was so happy for me and all that. I never expected to go up in the air. I really didn't. But like I said, sitting in my chair and watching everybody go up, and Eric brought the trike, kind of pulled it up, so I could see the trike. And Jade was like, "You ready to go up in the air? And do you want to go up?" And I'm like, I don't know. And I just kept thinking about it. And then, yeah, the rest is history, right? And I'm so glad I did, because like I said, it changed my life, and it'll forever have an impact on my life. I was just in total. I know you guys heard the story 1,000 times, but my listeners and all that, they can listen to it, they'll hear it or whatever. But I was in total, going through a huge transition in my life, and my self-confidence was just to the lowest. And oh my gosh, when I went up in the air and I came down, I was so freaking proud of myself that I did it, and that's why I was yelling. I did it. And yeah, it's pretty cool. So I shared my story, and anybody gets a chance to go get up in the air, for years I listened to everybody talk about going up in the air. And I finally, it only made sense to find out what it was all about. And I'm so, so glad that I did it. Yes, I'm kicking myself because I didn't go in May, but it was so dang cold. And none of my friends were going to be there, so yeah. And I couldn't see myself just sitting around there by myself, but maybe next year, the weather will be different or whatever. Try and get up there, get up in the air. So anyway, I'm going to say goodnight. I love you all so much. I appreciate you being here every Thursday. I love giving stuff away and everything. So yeah, people that are watching, stop by next Thursday, jump in the chat, say hi, you can win something. We really have a good time here. We really do. And I enjoy bringing the show to you, and I enjoy it too. But I love doing it for you guys too. So y'all be safe, okay? Don't forget to watch Scooby. Bill says, good night, everyone. I had fun. Thank you, Bill H. I did too. Yeah. And yeah, Scooby Hangout. Scooby's Hangout tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check them out. It's a fun show with Munchkin. Munchkin's on there too, his lovely fiance. I just love that, saying that word, fiance. Yes, the lovely fiance. So, like I said, tonight I was feeling really golden tonight, really golden. So I'm going to say, I'm going to stay golden, okay? Just like they say, stay golden. Be there or be square. That's right. I refuse to be any other. I'm not going to be stay tarnished. I'm going to stay golden, right? So that's the word. The word of the night, golden. Yes, that's me. Shine, 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 right? So share your golden with everybody, and your sunshine and your smile and everything, because somebody might need that smile, right? Somebody might need that. And plant that seed. Go out there and plant that seed somewhere for somebody. Somebody planted the seed for me. And I'm so blessed. So y'all be good, okay? Be safe. And I'll see y'all next week, okay? And that's it. We're done. I'm going to try and follow the Detroit Lions. And I got it on my TV. Looks like Lions are losing right now, 7-21. I got my TV going. They must be in halftime right now. So I'm going to watch it on my TV or whatever. So y'all have a great evening, okay? Like I said, I love you bunches, and I'll see y'all next week. Be safe. Yeah, tell somebody you love them. I love you guys. See, I said I love you guys. So y'all come back next week, and we'll start another Thankful Thursday, right? Because I'm thankful for all of you. Night, everybody. Have a blessed one, okay? Jesus loves you. Say your prayers. He hears ya. Bye, everybody. We're leaving. Bye. Here we go. I'm going to close it.